अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
वालेकुम सलाम। कैसे हैं आप?
ठीक
ठीक।
हूँ, आप कैसे हैं?
मैं भी ठीक हूँ। तो yesterday actually there was a breakdown of light and we could not attach to the internet, so that was a problem. So we
Yeah,
can.
it's all good. It happens.
Okay. Anyhow, we are just going to start new. What I mean to say, that was the remaining part somewhere. I am just going to share now. That is all about. If you can see my screen, what was that? Okay, so this was actually the last time we were talking about the word problem, how to solve them. So
Oh, yes.
after the few examples, there are the real questions, so we'll talk about that also. So what you will have to do, you will have to take the screenshot of those questions, then I will tell you. So now we are just going to continue this one, that is, if you can read my screen example.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Example. Joel works at the local pizza parlor. When he works overtime, he earns 1.25
I,
times the normal rate. One week, Joel worked for 40 hours at the normal rate of pay and also worked 12 hours overtime. If Joel earned 660 altogether in that week, what's his normal rate of pay?
okay, so this is the problem, and this type of the problems are also there in the book, in the model papers. So very briefly, I'm just going to do for the solution, and later on I will put the similar question to you also. So you will have to
Okay.
work those questions in your own time. But anyhow, let us now next is Joel's normal rate of pay. That is N per hour, N dollar per hour. Let
Per
we are
hour.
just
Okay.
starting from that. That this is the normal rate. Formulas, if you can see this, what we can say that if we are just tracing this one, so Joel works for 40 hours at N dollar per hour. So normal working is income is 40 N, because 40 is the
Right.
time, N is the rate of his working. When Joel does overtime, he earns 1 and 1 by 4 times the normal rate. That is, if we are going to change this, we will get $1.25 into N. N is actually the payment for the normal working per hour. Joules
Okay.
work for 12 hours at the rate what is 1.125 N per hour. So this will be what we can say is earning. And together he earned $660. So this is the equation. This is the magical equation. What we can say that this is the normal rate of his earning, and
Yeah.
this plus dollars mean that for every 12 extra hours, he is earning this much money also. So all this
Right.
is making $660. So we are being asked for Joel's normal rate of pay. So that is N, because every time the N is multiplied with his timing of working, that is N is per hour rate of his earning. So N is unknown. And this equation is a what we can say as a mathematical equation. We have translated this into the mathematical expression, and we are just looking for this N dollar. Look at this, how we'll
Right.
do this solve. Look at this, start with, so we are starting with this equation after translating the English algebra into what we can say the mathematical expressions. So simplify, start with this. So we are starting from this equation and simplifying this. So we will get this. So right hand side is being simplified in this way. Simplify more. We can also add these on the left hand side. We'll get this. and dividing both sides by $55, that we will get n dollar is $12. So Joel's normal rate of pay is $12 per hour. So this is the normal income of his working. So we can also check. How can we check the look at this that the Joel's normal rate of pay is $12 per hour. So
Right.
his overtime rate is 1 and 1 by 4th of this normal pay. So
Right.
$15 per hour. So his normal pay, that is what we can say 40 hours into the normal rate of his payment, that is $12 460 plus his overtime pay, that is that he is doing 12 hour for the overtime. So for every hour $15 extra, so he will get 180. So this is the normal
Right.
payment for $80, and this is the extra time payment, overtime payment. You are just going to add these two, we will get the same which is given to us. So this was all about the problem. What I mean to say that this is only shown to you. What I mean to say in everywhere. If this question is
Right.
just like that, so from here we have to extract all those information. What I mean to say that Joel works at the local pizza parlor. When he works overtime, he earns 1 and 1 by 4 times the normal rate. One
Right.
week, Joel worked for 40 hours. That is the time span at the normal rate of pay, and also work 12 hours overtime, 40 hours plus 12 hours. Joel's earned
Right.
$660 altogether. That what is his normal rate of pay? So we are looking for his normal
Yeah.
rate of pay. So from here we will have to what we can say knit this story in this what we are looking for, that is the n dollars formulas. You can say for the 40 hours this is just like that, and for the overtime this rate is just like this, and the time is 12 hour. So we will have to put all these things together in mathematical form. So after doing all these scanning, we will reach at this mathematical, this is a magical equation for the solution. And after simplifying, doing some simple algebra, so we'll get the answer. Are you getting this? So this is the
Right.
way. This is the way. This is the detailed explanation how to attempt these type of the question. But if you are practicing, so you will reach the answer. You will reach this mathematical equation within the seconds. That what we are going to do. The normal rate 40 hours and the rate and the 12 extra hours, and this is the rate of earning of 1 and 1 by 4,000 normal. Total is this. I'm sure that you have what I mean to say the enough information to tackle these type of the problem. So I will also give you some exercises.
Right.
But anyhow, about money. Now look at this. This is another problem. So what we can say, this one, you might have gone through the compound interest type of the question at your college or school level. So you will have to also send me the complete syllabus outlines, that I must know that what are you doing over there. But anyhow, example, Alex puts $2,000 in the bank at an annual compound interest of 11%. How much will it be worth in 3 years? So problem is very simple, just a one sentence problem. That is that this amount $2,000 in a bank, and the
Right.
rate is 11% per annum, and how much after the 3 years. What we can say, there is a principal amount, there is a time period, and also the rate is given. So we are looking for the total. What I mean to say, how much will it be worth in 3 years? What will be
Right.
the interest and what will be the to this amount $2,000. So this is the compound interest formula. So if you can just recall that one, so this is PV, that is the value, principal value, and multiplied by 1 plus R, interest rate as a decimal. So interest rate is 11%. And
Right.
this n is whole raised to power that. Number of periods, number of years over here. And this is the final value. Are you getting this? This formula. Look
Right.
at this. So this is the formula. You might have gone through this in your school. I don't know. But anyhow, this is very simple. Basic, we are starting from the O level and even earlier classes, that the principal, this value is, after some period, the final value is principal amount into 1 plus r, or raised to power n, that is the number of periods. So keeping this formula in mind, you can also note down this one. And what we will have to do, so we'll use these letters. Present value, that is $2,000. Interest rate as a decimal. So it's 11%, 11 over 100. We will get
Right.
this. 11 over 100 is this one. Number of periods and 3 years. Future value, the value we want. Future value, FV. We are being asked for the future value. Solution is very simple. Start with, this is the formula, that the future value is equal to the, what we can say, principal value into the our present value of n, 1 plus r raised to power n. So put in what we know, fv is equal to, this present value is $2,000, and 1 is 1, and this is the rate in decimal format. Percentage is converted into the decimal form. 11% mean, that is 11 over 100. So 11 over 100 is 0.11. And n is how much time? 3 years.
N is
Period,
3 years.
3
Yeah.
years. So what we are doing, just we are putting the values and calculate. So this as it is, this will be 3 time. You are adding this. So this will be 1 plus 1, 1.11. 1.11 is multiplies thrice, taking the cube of this amount. We'll get this one by using
Okay.
calculator.
Right.
So
Yeah.
this, and when we are multiplying with this principal amount, we'll get to the nearest cent. So this will be the future value after 3 years. After putting this in the bank, and after 3 years, you will get 2,735.26. So what I mean to say, 735 will be increased to this amount. So this is all that. But the magic is where, this is a magical formula. If you know this formula, you can calculate. Am I right?
Right. Yeah.
And if you don't have any idea about the compound interest, how to calculate it, what is the formula? So ours are will take nowhere. So you will not get the solution. So that's why
Right.
when there
Yeah.
is a formula, so you must note that, just put in the list of all the formulas. So if this type of the questions are there also, I have seen a lot of questions are about the compound rate of interest. They're asking about that. So the basic formula is this one. So either they can ask for the years, for the rate, for the principal, present value, or future value whatsoever. Any unknown can be asked. But the for each and everything, this is the only magical formula. So you must note that for the compound interest, the future value will be calculated, principal amount or present value which is being invested, and then 1 plus the fractional decimal rate of the interest and whole raised to power n, that is the number of periods. So I'm sure that this is very simple, and definitely I will put some question to you at the end. So we are just moving to the next one. So Roger deposits $1,000 into a savings account. The money earned interest compound annually at the same rate. After 9 years, Roger deposit has grown to this one. What was the annual rate of interest for the saving account? I'm sure you must take the screenshot of that. Can you take this screenshot?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, if you can take, so you will have to solve in your own time because this is just like the previous one. This time you are looking for the rate.
All right, I
Formula is
got the
also
picture.
written. Okay, this one formula is also written. The same formula. Future value is
Yeah,
equal to present value multiplied by 1 plus r interest rate as a decimal, and then the number of periods, the number of years n. Okay,
right.
are you taking the screenshot?
Yeah, I already took the screenshot.
Okay, now we are just moving to that. Once again, this we are putting the values, we are getting the answer. So you will have to calculate. The answer will be that. This one is the answer, the last one. But anyhow, I'm sure that you will solve this. Next is example
Right.
is of what we can say the ratio. That is the this one. Please read this if you can read some example.
Okay. All right. Example, at the start of the year, the ratio of boy to girls in a class is 2 to 1. But now, half a year later, 4 boys have left the class and there are 2 new girls. The ratio of boy to girls is now 4 to 3. How many students are there altogether?
Okay. So you can also take the screenshot of this problem. So this is all about the ratios. So at the start of the years, the ratio is 2 and 1 to the boys to the girls. But half after the 6 months, 4 boys have left the class and there are 2 new girls. The ratio of boys to girl is now 4 to 3.
Right.
How many students are there altogether now? So this is the problem. Now, at first we are looking at that. From where we will have to start that? So it's a very big question mark, and sometimes we are getting nervous how to solve that because the time is lapsing. So what we'll have to do? Look at this, the key points. So number of boys B, number of girls G. These are the letters we are just translating. Current ratio is 4 to 3. So B over G or B ratio G boys to girls is equal to 4 to 3, 4 by 3. So we can be arranged that this is the cross multiplication at this step. 3B is equal to 4G. At the start of the year, there was B plus 4 because 4 boys gone and 2 added, so we can subtract G minus 2 girls, and the ratio was 2 to 1. So this is the ratio at the start of the year because the 4 boys were there at the start and 2 less girls were there. So ratio was 2 over 1, 2 to 1. We can rearrange by this way. How? This will go on the other side. We are cross multiplying. So b plus 4 is equal to, what I mean to say, 2 and g minus 2. Cross multiplication. We are being asked for how many students there are altogether now b plus g. We are looking for b plus g. So at present, after the 6 month, start with, so b plus 4 is equal to 2 into g minus 2. Simplify b plus 4 as it is. We are multiplying this to 2g and this will become minus 4. Subtract 4 from both sides just to get rid of this 4 on from the left hand side. We are subtracting. So we'll get b is equal to 2g minus 8. multiplying both sides by 3. So we get 3b. 3b is 6g minus 24. Remember 3b is equal to 4g from the first ratio. So 4g is equal to 6g minus 24 and subtract 60 from both sides. So we will get minus 2g. So dividing. Here we are putting the value for 3b. So 3b is this one from the first equation. So girls are 12. There are 12 girls and 3b is equal
Yeah,
to 4g. So boys are 4g by 3. 4 into 12 by 13, 16. So there are 16 boys. So there
right.
are now 12 girls and 16 boys in the class, making 28 students together. Altogether,
Yep.
these are the 28 students. So, what once again I am showing you the solution. What you will have to do, that B for the boy, G for the girl, write the ratio, present ratio, and after multiplying, you can get 3b is equal to 4g at the start. So at the start, 4 boys were there and 2 new girls are now. So these 2 girls was not there. This is the present ratio. This was the ratio at the beginning of the year. So once again, you can multiply this cross multiplication. We are asked for b plus g, the total is 10. So this is the equation, b plus 4 and 2g minus this. So simplify this, you will get just like this, b is equal to 2g. This equation is in two variable. One is b and second is g. And we have seen that 3b can be replaced with 4g just to make this equation in one variable. So you are getting 12. And after that, there are 12 girls and this was that. So boys can be obtained from this. So in this way, you can get the answer. Any confusion?
Right. No, I understand.
Okay. How you can say that your answer is correct? And there are now 16 boys and 12 girls, so the ratio of the boys to girls, 16 ratio 12, that is 4 and 3, is absolutely right. At the start of the year, there were 20, because now 20 boys and 10 girls. Now 16, 4 gone. If there, the 4 boys were there at the beginning of the year, 20, and now I have 12 girls, so at that time, 10 girls. And if we are just putting in the ratio, we'll get 2 to 1. So exactly we are getting the same ratios. So that's why our answer is absolutely right. So this is all about the ratio question. Now next is question is about the quadratic equation. If you can read, please read this one.
Sure. The product of two consecutive integers is 168. What are the integers?
Even integers
Oh, even integers, right.
is 168. What are the integers? Okay. So this is a very,
Okay,
what we can say, a very one sentence problem. There's
right.
no long story, but if you are looking at this, so what you will have to do? The product of two consecutive even integer is 168. What are the integers? So what we mean to say that we will have to explain each and every word. Consecutive means there is a consecutive even integers. Consecutive means one after the other. There is no missing. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No missing. These are the continuous. And they are even. So they could be 2 and 4 hours, 4 and 6, 6, 8, 10, whatsoever. But we can say the after 2 we are getting. So we will call this smaller integer n. The first integer is this one. And the next we just adding 2 to get the next one. Am I right? Are you getting even integers? How we are getting the cause consecutive even integers? Every time we are adding 2. Are you getting this?
Yeah,
Hello. Because if you are selecting 2, 2 more, 4, 2 more, 6, 2 more, 8. So every time we are adding 2 from where we are starting. It's no matter. So n is the first integer. So the next is n plus 2.
Yeah.
Next is n plus 2. And we are told the product what we get after multiplying is 168. So we know that if we are selecting n as the first even integer, the next one will be n plus 2. And if we are multiplying, the product is 168. That is given also in the question. Look at this. The product is 168. So we are being asked for the integers. If we can find the n, we can find the n plus 2 also. First integer and
Right.
adding 2 to the first one, will get the second one. So we are just going to do what we are going to do that. Start with this. So this is the basic equation, but we are just making it, formulating it from the given information. So expanding, what I mean to say, multiply this. So simplification, n square, and this will become 2n, 168. Subtract 168 from both sides just to get rid of this. What I mean to say, that making is it a quadratic equation. What I mean to say, the degree of 2 quadratic equation. Now n square plus 2n minus 168. So you can solve this by any way. This is a quadratic
Yeah.
equation, and there are many ways to solve it. Using the quadratic equation solver, we get this will be the answer. Can you solve this equation?
Yeah.
How? There are three
So
methods:
what you want
completing
to
the square, using the quadratic formula, and completing the square, and middle term break also. So there are so many ways. So you can
right.
solve this. I'm sure that you will solve that. And you will get this one for n. N is minus 14 and 12. So what we will have to do, if we are just checking with minus 14 plus 12 minus 12. These are the two consecutive numbers. He was not saying that that must be positive. If we are starting from minus 14, the next will be minus 12. And we'll get the product 168. Check 12. So 12, if you are just putting this 12, 12, 12 plus 2, 14. 12 and 14. Once again, you will get the this one, because the choice is given, they're not saying that minus or negative. So these are the consecutive integer. Okay. So there are two
Right.
solutions, minus 14 and minus 12 is one. 12 and 14 is the other, the answer. Are you getting this?
Right.
So that's why that was not asking that both must be the positive even integers. They may be negative one, but these must be the even integers. Now we could have also tried guess and check. We could try say n is 10, then that will be 12. Next will be 12, 120. No, too small. Next we
Yeah.
could try and 12 and 12 plus 2, 14. If we are multiplying these two, 168. So that is the other way. If you can get the factorization of 168, so you will have to find the two factors which must be even, and the multiplication of the product of those two, 168. That is a short way. Are you getting this? This trick,
Yeah.
there no need to solve, no need to make the equation. What you will have to do, that is simply that you will have to just get the product. What I mean to say, that if it is a 168, so just put over here, get the factors, and you will have to find two numbers which are exactly the product is 168. So this is a shortcut method. So, but unless we
Okay.
remember that multiplying two negative makes a positive, we might overlook the other solution of this. So we will have to also keep in this thing in mind, that if the two negative numbers are there, so what we'll have to do, we will have to multiply these two. So minus 14 and minus 12. So this will, you will reach the answer. Okay, I'm sure that you got the idea how to find the two even integers. Example, let's suppose you are an architect. Your client wants a room twice as long as it is wide. They are also want a 3 meter wide veranda along the long side. So this is of the geometrical nature of the problem.
Right.
uh, what we'll have to do, your client has 56 square meters of beautiful marble tiles to cover the whole area. What should be the length of the room be? So what we can say, look at this, actually this is all about the geometrical format of the problem, and we will have to calculate the, what I mean to say, the length and the area and the what I mean to say, the extra that is of that. You can see the rough diagram of this. So twice as long as the wide, that is the room, and this is the veranda in front of that. So what we'll have to do, look at this, twice as long as the width. So dimensions are clear from here. So what we'll have to do, very briefly, I am just going to, for the solution, what I mean to say, the length of room is this one, the width of the room is W, and the total area including veranda is A. So first we are just looking for the bigger. Actually, we have two rectangles over here. One is this one, and the second is this one. And if we are just combining these two,
Right.
so we'll get this one. So this whole is just like our area, available area, and we are just going to manufacture two things. So the total area is just like that. So we know that the width of the room is half its length. So that is given in the problem. So if we are taking W, so that will be, the width will be half of its length, half of its length. The total area is the room with width plus 3. So
Right.
we are just adding 3 to that times the length. That is A, that A is the total area. What I mean to say, including veranda. So A, W plus 3, that is the width into the length of that total area, will get 56, and this is also given. 56 is also given. We are being asked for the length of the room. So the only most required and desired thing is that we are looking for the length. So solve this one. How will
Right.
start that? Start with W plus 3 into L. So this is the width, total width now, and this length, and we have this 56. So what we are looking for, that we must have a starter. That must be the mathematical equation from where we can do some mathematical calculation. But I mean to say that this one is the equation. Now we will have to substitute. We are just making it this equation in one variable instead of two, because here we have W and L, so we have two variables, so we'll have to convert these W into L. So as we know that W is, the width is half of the length, so we will have to substitute this value of W. Are you getting this? Are you with me?
Yeah, I'm with
Hello?
you.
Okay, okay. So this will be just the simplification, multiplying this, and we will have this after getting rid of all the fractional values. So L square plus 6L is equal to 112. So bringing it on the left hand side to make it a quadratic in the standard form. But I mean to say standardized form of the quadratic equation. So here the story is now very simple. So 6 and
Right.
112, and you can solve this. So you'll get the two set of values factorizing. So this 14 into 6, 14 into 8 will become 112, and 14 minus 8 will become 6. Middle term break, what we can say it, middle term break. So this is the first value, this is the second set. We can take something common, and we will get the this group and this group, either this or that.
Yeah.
So the product of these two be 0, then L minus 8 be 0 or L plus 14 be 0. And also L is equal to 8 or L is equal to minus 14. Minus 14 cannot take because length cannot be a negative. So we are ignoring this. So that's why the length of that is 8. There are two solutions to the quadratic equation, but only one of them is possible since the length of the room cannot be negative. As I was saying, that ignoring this one and just
Right.
keeping this length 8, because length cannot be negative. So we have only one choice, that is the length of 8. So
Yeah.
so the length of the room is 8. So that was the required. We were looking for the length. Check. Now the check is that if you are putting L8, width will be half. Half of 8 is 4. So the area of the rectangle is W plus 3, that is the width, and 3 more, and length. Then there's 7, 4 plus 3, 7, and 8, 56. I'm sure that you got this
Yeah.
solution, how to tackle that one. What I mean to say that
Right.
I'm going step by step, going in the details just to tell you that how you will have to make your mind, from where you will have to start that. If the given
Yeah.
information is given, you will have to translate it. Okay. And the next is we are just going to solve the questions. We have 10 questions. What you will have to do, I will flash on these questions and you will have to take the screenshot and you will have to say next. I will move to the next, take the screenshot, and this will go till the 10th question. Are you getting? Okay. Are you
Right.
ready to take the screenshot of first question?
Yep. I'm ready.
So should I flash that? Okay. Look at this, if you can see. So just remove this bar to somewhere here. So can you see the question? Okay, I'm sure that this will be just like that if I am just going to maximizing this. Okay, can you take this?
Yep. I can.
Okay, take the screenshot of that.
Uh, is that the actual thing? Because C and D are the same exact thing, and B is like nothing.
Okay, forget about the choice. You will have to solve that. What was the
Oh,
original
okay,
fraction?
okay.
Okay, forget about that. Something is missing. I know, but anyhow, we are just flashing to the next, going to the next question. So next is this one. If you can take the screenshot, Alice
All
is
right, I
to
took
here
it.
order then. Okay, moving to the next. Should we flash the next one? Okay, taken.
Yeah, I already took this one.
Okay,
We need to go
so
to number
please say
three
the
now.
next. Please see the next. Say the next. We will.
Okay.
This one is the next one.
All right, next.
Okay, thank you for saying next. So is the same or changed?
Yeah, this is the same one.
Same one. So we will just go from here. This one. This is, I think,
No, this is the second question.
it's a second. And what is that? It's a new one. All the same.
No, this is the same one.
Okay, okay. So I will have to click this arrow. I think changed? No,
No,
no
it
change.
didn't.
Okay, now it's a change now.
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
All right, next.
okay. Next is from here. Uh, Same.
Yep,
Okay, now.
next.
Okay, same.
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe hit the green arrow instead
Okay.
of the
Oh
link.
no, yes, yes. Both are working, but
Oh,
this time there is okay, no problem. Yes, coming. Look at this. So I will have just to minimize this here. Yes, the two uh, figures are given, symmetrical figures. Okay. Should we move to the next?
yes, yes.
Okay. So this next is visible. Okay. So please take the screenshot of this question. A stone is
All right.
projected vertically upwards.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. So we're just moving to the next. Yes. Please take. This one. Danny runs
Yeah,
25 kilometers in Y hours.
yeah, I got it. I got it.
Okay,
Next.
next is this one. Okay, let me just take the time. Anyhow, to reach how many screenshots? Can you count now?
Let me quickly open up my Finder. Green. Ah,
Okay, one more question is this. Find two consecutive whole numbers such that 4 by 7 of the larger exceeds 1 by 2 of the smaller by 5. Please take this one.
okay. Let me get back to the. Okay.
This is a new one.
All right, I took it.
Okay, so we are just moving to the next.
7. I've taken 8.
8. So I think we are almost
What?
about
This
the
one was the ninth one.
ninth one. Okay, so look at this. I think it's end. Oh, anyhow, 9 or 10 is not making any difference. So this is a lot of what I mean to say, a lot of brainstorming for you. You will have to take your time, but you will have to send the solutions. What I mean to say, whatsoever those are, if you cannot solve in detail, just go to the point and just sketch. What I mean to say, outline of that solution. You can make it on the paper, take the screenshot and WhatsApp me. I'm sure that you have complete 23 hours. So till tomorrow morning over here and the evening over there, you will have to send these. Can you do that? All
Yeah.
these 9 screenshots, so a lot of things are here. So
I think I could get
tomorrow,
it to you actually before class tomorrow. I don't think I'll be able to do it tonight though.
tonight, what I mean to say that we'll meet tomorrow morning over here in Pakistan and definitely over there. Today or tomorrow, what you are talking about?
No, I'm saying I'll give it to you before class tomorrow.
You will not be able to take class tomorrow? Tomorrow?
No, no, I'll get these questions to you before class tomorrow.
Oh, yes. So that's why I am saying that you have 23 hours time. Before the class, you must send it. Are you getting this? When you will have to
Yeah,
send, you will have to
before class.
send before the class that I should discuss all those things as if some thing is missing, so I should talk to that. But anyhow, so till tomorrow, this is a task, and I hopefully that you will take some interest to solve these questions. These are very basic. There is no difficult or hard one. We have talked about that. So tomorrow we will come with the next topic with some examples and some assignments. So it's a time to say
Right.
Allah Hafiz. Okay?
All right. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.